The Void Whisperer, Unexplained Sounds in Space. Space. It's often described as the final frontier, a realm of awe-inspiring beauty and profound silence. But what if that silence isn't always absolute? What if, in the deepest reaches of the void, there are whispers, knocks, and sounds that defy explanation? Our story begins with a truly remarkable account from China's first astronaut, Yang Liwei. In 2003, during his historic solo mission aboard the Shenzhou 5, Liwei reported something truly bizarre, a knocking sound. It wasn't just any knocking. He described it as if someone was knocking the body of the spaceship just like knocking an iron bucket with a wooden hammer. Now, here's the critical detail. Sound doesn't travel in the vacuum of space. It requires a medium, air, water, solid material to propagate. So how could Yang Liwei, isolated in his spacecraft, hear a knocking sound with no external source? Liwei's experience wasn't a one-off. He heard it intermittently during his mission. Despite trying to identify the source, including peering out the porthole and finding nothing, he couldn't pinpoint the origin at the time. Even after returning to Earth, the mystery lingered, though he later described mimicking the sound for mission specialists. While Yang Liwei's account is one of the most vivid, he's far from the only astronaut to report unexplained auditory phenomena. Throughout the history of spaceflight, there have been numerous reports of whispers, hums, and even whistling or musical fragments heard by those venturing beyond Earth, often later traced to equipment or environmental factors. One significant factor often cited by scientists and psychologists is the profound isolation of space. Astronauts are cut off from all familiar sensory input, the sounds of home, the feeling of gravity, the presence of other living beings. This extreme isolation can play tricks on the mind. In such extreme environments, the brain can sometimes fill in the blanks, creating auditory hallucinations. These aren't necessarily a sign of mental distress, but rather a natural coping mechanism for a brain starved of normal sensory input. The mind, yearning for stimulation, can generate it internally. Add to this the immense stress and fatigue inherent in space missions. Astronauts operate under incredible pressure, with demanding schedules, constant vigilance, and often disrupted sleep cycles. These physiological stressors can further contribute to altered perceptions, including auditory ones. Beyond psychological factors, there's a more tangible explanation: the spacecraft itself. While the vacuum outside is silent, the inside of any spacecraft is a symphony of mechanical sounds. Pumps whir, fans hum, life support systems operate, and structural components constantly expand and contract due to temperature changes. These internal noises and vibrations can be amplified or altered by the spacecraft's structure, creating unexpected sounds. Liwei himself later speculated that his knocking could have been caused by structural shifts due to decreasing air pressure as the craft left Earth, or even air leaking from objects inside the capsule, vibrating against the hull. Another famous instance involves the Apollo 10 mission in 1969. As they orbited the far side of the moon, out of radio contact with Earth, the astronauts heard strange, whistling sounds they described as outer spacey music. For decades, this was a perplexing mystery. The explanation, released much later, was far less mysterious than a void whisperer. It was determined to be radio interference between the command module and the lunar module's VHF radios. These signals, when not properly filtered, could create an audible whistling or whooshing sound. What sounded like music was simply electronic interference. These incidents, from Yang Liwei's knocking to Apollo 10's music, remind us of the unique challenges and sensory experiences of space flight. They highlight the intricate interplay between human psychology, the harsh realities of the space environment, and the complex engineering of our spacecraft. While scientific explanations often emerge, the allure of the void whisperer endures. It's a testament to the mysteries that still await us in the cosmos and the profound ways space can challenge our perceptions. What other secrets does the silent void hold?